What's good, YouTube? Hitman X. Make sure I hit that like, hit that sub. Show your boy some love. Real quick video. Wanted to give my regards or my thoughts on Robert Sarver selling his team. About damn time, man. Listen. Y'all don't understand how relieved I am. I know I've been relatively quiet when it comes to this subject. When it comes to Robert Sarver and the allegations coming out on him, I've been pretty quiet on it because for one, I just don't like the smut that's been put on our name. But for two, more importantly, I feel like we're beating a dead horse, especially here in Suns Nation. I mean, for you people on the outside who might be new to who Robert Sarver is and how he operates, this might be some news to y'all, and y'all might, oh my God, I can't believe Suns had a piece of shit owner like this. But for Suns Nation, as long as I've been a Suns fan, I've known how much of a piece of shit Robert Sarver was. I think it first came out like nationally how bad Robert Sarver was on the All the Smoke podcast when Matt Barnes went in on Robert Sarver. I remember that like it was yesterday. Like, damn, Matt Barnes putting him on blast like this. Like, I'm thinking at the time, like, this is what we need. We need more people to know that. But at the same time, this is a bad look for the Suns because ain't no free agents going to want to come to a team owned by a guy like this. So for him to sell the team moving forward, I feel like that's good for us because now we won't have that cloud over our head. We won't have that, like I said, we won't have that shit ass owner over our franchise anymore. So that's a win for Suns Nation. Listen, if you're one of those guys who's not a Suns fan, who's been advocating for Sarver to be fired just to besmirch our name, just to put smut on the Suns and the fans and make it seem like we're pieces of shit because our owner is a piece of shit, then I got news for you. Listen, we've been on the Robert Sarver train. We've been on get him out of here. If there's one thing that the Suns fans has been in unison with since I've been a Suns fan, is getting Robert Sarver out of here. I haven't heard anybody advocate for Robert Sarver since I've been a Suns fan. This is why we were tanking, quote unquote, or whatever you want to call it. This is why we've been competitive. It's always been a constant. Get Robert Sarver out of here. I can remember like it was yesterday. I want to do some revisionist history or just going down memory lane. Now that we know he's out, I want to go down memory lane. I can remember the Western Conference Finals when we won that, when we was going to the finals, and Robert Sarver was at the ceremony, man. I can remember just cringing, man, like, dude, why is he up here? Like, you had nothing to do with this. Like, we would have we should have been in the finals had it not been for you being cheap, you know, not wanting to pay the luxury and not wanting to keep Isaiah and Goran Dragic, right? Trying to be cheap and paying Eric Bledsoe, thinking you doing something. Like, it's so many bogus moves that Robert Sarver had his hand in because he wanted to be the Jerry Jones of basketball. And like I said, man, it's a breath of fresh air to know he's out of here, man. As far as the allegations go, since I never touched on it, I'm gonna touch on it very briefly. There's a few allegations I believe could be true, and there's a few that I don't believe. Because here's my thing: like, the NBA couldn't come out here and punish him like Donald Sterling because there's no audio tape of it. So we got to go off of word of mouth. But I do believe there is truth and merit in most, if not all of them. But it could be skewed. Like, for instance, I believe the sexual flirtation he was doing with the women. I believe that, but I believe it was consensual in the sense. You're not just going to pull out your penis on a chick not knowing that she's consensual with it, right? Now, I never pulled, I'm going to make sure I reference this. I never done no nut shit like that, like what he did. I feel like that's some sucker shit to do. I got to tell it how it is. But I have been flirtatious with women at my workplace. Now, I'm not a manager, I'm not a boss, so it's on a more even scale as far as like workplace. So I'm not demeaning women, but there have been situations in which I have been flirtatious and vice versa, where they've been flirtatious with me, doing, you know, pulling out their breasts, you know, grabbing, you know, we know what I'm referring to. Like, that's just common workplace, like, flirtation or whatever you want to call it. So I don't believe the chick was assaulted in that sense. I do believe he did something, but I believe they had a history or a past in that. Now, I could be wrong. It is what it is, but that's the whole point of it being allegations and there being two sides of a story and the truth in the middle. I believe that's the middle part. I believe that's the truth in the middle. Also, I believe wholeheartedly the racist comments, because I could just tell off of his energy that he is a stone cold racist. Now, that's, like I said, me assuming. I'm not saying this as facts, but I do believe wholeheartedly that he's a stone cold racist, which is why when it came out, it didn't surprise me in the slightest. And I'm not going to be the guy who's going to be a fake outrage guy. I'm not going to be the guy that's going to be like, oh my God, he has to go because of that. Because there's a lot of owners out here. There's a lot of people in high positions in companies you may be working for them that are racist. You know, they just haven't had their dirty laundry aired out. You know, so it is what it is. I'm not going to come down on Robert Sarver because of that. If he's a piece of shit, he's gonna say piece of shit comments. He's gonna have thoughts like that, like Mark Cuban. I feel like Mark Cuban is a piece of shit as well, right? We all remember the hoodie comments. He tried to clean it up, talking about, oh, if I see the skinhead with tattoos. No, don't play that game, Mark Cuban. We know how it is. Just keep it real. You don't have to clean it up and try to make it even, right? You said if you see a black guy with a hoodie, you're gonna cross the street. It is what it is, Mark Cuban, right? This is something I feel like a lot of people, this is a sentiment I feel like a lot of people share on either side, irregardless of what your skin color is. So I'm not gonna, like I said, just denigrate him for that per se. My beef with Robert Sarver is just the image that he's portrayed himself to be, and the fact that we haven't been able to obtain big time free agents because of that. Now, if you look at the Suns' history, right? Let's go back in history. I'm gonna make this point, and I'm gonna cut it off. Think about the big free agents we've been able to grab since we've had Robert Sarver here. Let's just try to think about that. Like, let's go back. Chris Paul was a trade, right? But he requested the Suns. Shout out to Chris Paul, but he was technically a trade. Ricky Rubio, right? Tyson Chandler. Who else? Before that, LaMarcus Aldridge was almost supposed to be a Phoenix Sun, but he rejected the offer. His agent said he wasn't going to let him sign with the Suns as long as Sarver was the owner, right? We had Eric Gordon on a restricted free agent contract, and Eric Gordon was trying to, I don't believe Eric Gordon felt like, oh, the Suns, this and that, because he said a lot of good things about the Suns. I take that with a grain of salt, because he could be saying that just to get out of that contract and to encourage the Pelicans not to match. Irregardless of what happened, they matched, right? Before that, I mean, Vince Carter was a trade, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody remind me, was Grant Hill a trade as well? I think Grant Hill signed with us. But other than that, my point is, we haven't had a big-time free agent, quote-unquote, since Steve Nash. Nobody signing with the Phoenix Suns, right? So something had to change. Something had to shake. When your fan base is coming down so hard on your owner, I don't even know why Sarver took this long to sell the team. Like, nobody likes him. Not one Suns fan I've met said, yeah, man, Sarver's doing a great job. Not one. And we've been in the NBA Finals since having him, right? We've had great seasons since having him, and everybody still wants him out of there. That's telling. But Hitman next. That's all I got, man. I ain't trying to hold y'all up too long. I was going to go live on this subject, but I got a lot going on. I got a wedding to prepare for. I know my personal life isn't really of importance to y'all, but I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on over here. And I've been working on my music slowly but surely. If you ain't subscribed to my music channel, listen, I ain't about to link it in, because this is basketball. If you know, you know, and I will be coming with more content. I shared my channel a while ago. I'm not going to share it now, because this is not for that, but I just wanted to let y'all know what I got going on. But Hitman next, that's all I got. Hit that comment section. Let me know how you feel about this one. I'm out of here.